Ukrainian drones and UAVs are the single most disruptive battlefield innovation of the war, reshaping tactics, neutralizing armored superiority, and redefining the cost of engagement. They've turned low-cost aerial platforms into precision strike systems capable of destroying multi-million-dollar assets with a single strike. The operator is 22. He's not in a command center. He's in a dugout, wearing goggles, flying by instinct and muscle memory. His drone costs roughly $400. His target, a Russian T-72 tank worth an estimated $1.2 million. Ukraine's drone war didn't begin with doctrine. It began with necessity. And it's evolved into one of the most adaptive, decentralized, and effective aerial strategies in modern warfare. From commercial quadcopters to custom-built loitering munitions, Ukraine has turned drones into force multipliers. They scout, strike, disrupt, and demoralize. They're not support assets, they're frontline weapons. And each one is a network, operators, engineers, volunteers, and tacticians, working in sync to counter a numerically superior adversary. This isn't just innovation, it's strategic clarity, and it's changing the war. The battlefield impact of drones in Ukraine is not theoretical, it's visible, measurable, and relentless. Russian tanks, once symbols of armored dominance, are now liabilities. FPV drones, first-person view kamikaze platforms, have become the most cost-effective anti-tank weapons in the war. These drones, often assembled from locally sourced components, cost between $300 and $500 per unit. Some stripped-down FPV models are fielded for as little as $100. They fly low, fast, and precise, diving into open hatches, targeting weak armor seams, and disabling entire columns. Over the past 3 years, first-person view, FPV drones, have become a defining feature of the modern battlefield. Ubiquitous, inexpensive, and lethal. They are now believed to account for the majority of combat casualties on both sides, reshaping not just tactics but the very structure of how this war is fought. The footage is stark, a $400 drone destroying a $1.2 million tank. Ukraine's drone production is scaling aggressively. In 2024, the country produced approximately 1.7 million drones across all categories. In 2025, credible estimates place real output between 2.5 and 4 million units, depending on funding, supply chains, and battlefield losses. The theoretical capacity is even higher, up to 8 million annually, but actual deployment is constrained by logistics and attrition. This production surge is powered by over 500 domestic manufacturers, many operating in modular, decentralized networks. Contracts worth $2.5 billion have been signed to support this expansion, with international partners contributing additional funding. Ukraine's drone ecosystem includes reconnaissance platforms, loitering munitions, and FPV strike drones. Some units are built entirely from Ukrainian components, bypassing Chinese supply chains and reducing costs further. The result is a battlefield saturated with aerial threats, cheap, scalable, and deadly. Russian forces have adapted, but not fast enough. Since January 2024, Russia has lost over 1,800 tanks, 3,000 infantry fighting vehicles, and 1,100 armored fighting vehicles. Many of these losses are directly attributed to drone strikes, which now account for up to 70% of battlefield equipment attrition. Electronic warfare has forced constant innovation. Ukrainian teams deploy hardened comms, autonomous targeting, and thermal navigation to counter jamming and spoofing. The drone war is not static. It's iterative, tactical, and deeply integrated into Ukraine's defense doctrine. This is not just tactical success. It's strategic recalibration. Ukraine has turned the drone into a force multiplier, one that offsets Russia's numerical advantage and redefines the cost-benefit equation of modern war. Ukraine's drone war is not a footnote, it's a strategic pivot. It's helping defend against an estimated 700,000 Russian troops currently deployed across Ukrainian territory. These include conventional forces, special units, and paramilitary formations spread across Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson. This stagnation is not accidental. It's the result of persistent drone surveillance, precision strikes, and layered aerial defenses. Ukrainian drones have created deep kill zones, 20 kilometers behind the front, where Russian armor and supply convoys are routinely targeted and destroyed. The effect is structural. Russia has shifted away from deploying large armored columns. Their reliance on tanks and armored personnel carriers has declined sharply, driven by catastrophic losses. Since the start of the war, Russia has lost over 11,000 tanks and 23,000 armored vehicles. Many were disabled by drones costing less than a single tank tread. Ukraine's drone strategy has forced Russia into infantry-heavy tactics, slower advances, and more cautious logistics. It's not just a tactical victory, it's a transformation of how war is fought. And it's not over. With drone production scaling, international funding flowing, and battlefield adaptation accelerating, Ukraine's aerial edge is becoming institutional. The future of warfare is not just boots on the ground, it's rotors in the sky.